is currently enrolled at the University of Minnesota. Something happened to Dave last summer to change his life. That something was so important, so dramatic in his life that we have invited him here today to speak with us and tell us about it. Dave?
As she said, I've come here today to tell a little story about something that happened to me over the summer. This is it's something that I'd love to forget about. I'd love it to go away, but it just won't. Over the summer, I lost a really close friend to a drunk driver, and that drunk driver was me. I have known my friend Dan for around 11 years. We've been close friends, and it's still a nightmare. It still really hasn't even sunk in. We've gone to different high schools. I graduated from Montague High School around White Bear Lake, and Dan graduated from Hillsbury. We had agreed to get together over vacation and everything. We said we could get together and go out and do something. And it was like the first week of July or something, and I was usually keeping busy with work, and I had one of my rare nights off. And Dan called me up that night, and he said, yeah, let's get together, let's go out and do something. And with that, we met somewhere, and we were trying to figure out what to do. And usually the thing that most 18-year-old people around the cities did in the summer when they had nothing better to do was cross the river over to Wisconsin and hit a bar where you were legally of age to drink. And so we got together and we met a couple of his other friends there at this place. And we were talking, this was still in Minnesota. And his friends, they wanted to go out to a drive-in theater and pick up a couple six-pack and just get drunk in the back of the theater. Well, that's okay for some people. Danny and I weren't too big on that night. We'd rather go somewhere else. So there's this place in Hudson, Wisconsin called Gibbons. And it's pretty far away from here for most people to have known about it. But around the Twin Cities area, it's just infamous among 18-year-olds. There was until they changed the law for kids from Minnesota crossing the river. Well, Danny and I decided that it would be a lot more fun going over to Gibbons, where the point of not going there wasn't to go out and get drunk. No, it didn't have anything to do with it. The idea is that where 18-year-old girls are, you can find 18-year-old guys. And we decided that would be a little more fun than sitting around with a bunch of the guys in the back of the movie driving. So we told our friends that we'd meet later on at the drive-in at liquor store was very strategically placed, right across the street from the drive-in. And to give you an idea of what the drive-in was like, the whole idea behind this, if the police ever wanted to bust around 200 underage kids drinking, or just kids drinking when they shouldn't be, they could just go to the drive-in and just have a field day. And it was just something that everyone just took. You could go there and grab some beer, and it didn't matter much what was playing on the screen. Well, we each picked up our six-pack and went in there. And that night, I was driving. My dad let me have his Mazda RX-7. And there was like no question. I just said, Dad, can I have the keys? And there was never really a problem with trust or anything with my dad. He trusted my judgment. And he didn't really say anything because he trusted me. And we parked in the back. And of course, you're 18 years old, you have your dad's sports car, and what do you want to do? You want to show it off. So we parked in the back, and we were cranking the radio. I think Star Trek or something was on. We weren't paying too much attention. And we sat in the back, and we started drinking. And I guess the extent to which I heard my dad's words of not drinking and driving was I wouldn't let anyone open any beer cans in my nice car. And we sat back there, and we were going through our six-packs. And it was the middle of the summer, you're 18 years old, school's behind you. It's carefree time again. And I was out with the guys, and it was counting. So we sat back there, and as I say, we didn't even have our speakers hooked up. We were sitting there cranking the radio, and I think the big fat attendant came by and tried to chase us out a couple times. So we were having a good old time. But after a while, I guess we had gotten there around 8:30, and it was around 11:30 when Dan and I decided that we might as well head down to Gibbons and try it out again. Sitting around with the guys getting drunk wasn't so much fun. And so we took off from there. And as I said, we weren't counting. I wasn't thinking. And we took off, and we left for Gibbons. We got to this place, and by then it was packed. It was about 11:30. And we went in there, and there weren't a lot of people we knew. We were having a great time out there dancing, chasing after girls, all those other things that you can get away with when you're 18. And we were having a good time. And it came to be around 12:30, and I guess Danny had to be up early the next morning or something like that. And I wasn't doing so well myself as far as the prospects. So I figured I might as well quit while I was ahead. And when I was there, I don't remember trying to recall back. I think I might have had another beer or two, which puts the count at around, probably around 8 or 9. And as I say, no one was sitting there counting without laying it down. Well, we left Gibbons at about 12:30. And we got in my father's sports car. And we put on the seatbelts, and we left. Well, we only made it around 2.5 miles. We were coming around a corner, and it's really hard for me to relate what happened in the accident, because it happened so fast. I mean, all I remember was driving along this 2-lane highway. You got beat in the middle of the summer, it's July, you have the sunroof open, the sunroof open, the windows open, the radio was blasting, so we went along in the sports car. But we were having a great time. We had a great time that night. And all I remember was coming around a corner, and there it was, lights coming right at us. And our reaction was both at the same time. We both lurched at the wheel. It's like, dang, the car's coming right at us. And you're moving at 55 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour. I started skidding across the other side, and this all happened. They're traveling 60 miles per hour on the soft shoulder, and I thought it was totally out of control. And with that, the car hit the other embankment, and I can't even describe it as the car rolled, because at 55, 60 miles per hour, that car flipped. And the distance that it covered was about the size of a football field, you can imagine. 100 yards or so was the police measurements of that car. The car just hit something soft and just flipped. And it's hard to relate to what happened because it happened so fast. We were driving along, zooming along, and the next thing I remember is coming to, and we were on all four wheels. And there was...
Believe it? Don't believe it. You and Nina couldn't lie to me. Nina would never lie to me. Why'd you lie to me, Lena?
Talk them dudes out that ridiculous bet you made.